And now we'll get into the fan favorite portion of the show. This Week in History. A trivia style! It's stupid. We have 7 questions based on this week in history. All of them are set to a moderate difficulty or medium difficulty, and they're all multiple choice. And I have to specifically tell AI no answers. Let's see. No trick questions. It's done trick questions before. Oh, that's good. That's a good lineup you got there. Jenny Craig is the host / caterer. All right. Here we go. Fan favorite portion of the show. This Week in History. Trivia style. On November 24th, 1859, which groundbreaking scientific work by Charles Darwin was first published? November 24th, 1859, which groundbreaking scientific work by Charles Darwin was first published? Here's what I'm going to say. As I always say, if you know, you know. If you know the answer, you just know the answer. But I can also tell you that Charles Darwin is not known for writing anything else other than this book. Here are your multiple choice options. Was it The Descent of Man, On the Origin of Species, The Voyage of the Beagle, or Principles of Biology? I give you the answers. I let you get your answers in. James has already answered with evolution, which was not one of the options. Talking about evolution, well, you know. A lot of our regular participants are not here today, so I do see we got a couple viewers out there that I only know of one. Only one's making comments, or 2 have made comments. Don't feel bad. Just take a guess. No one's going to punish you if you're wrong, okay? Again, your options for the question, November 24th, 1859, Big Bad Book by Charles Darwin is published for the first time. Was it The Descent of Man, On the Origin of Species, The Voyage of the Beagle, or Principles of Biology? Damien pops in with species. He spiced it up. No. We don't take off for spelling. And I don't keep score. So if you go 7 for 7, it's on you. That's funny. I know the answer because it's a stupid title. It is On the Origin of Species. Now, I don't know. I'm pretty confident. Me and Damien are right on this, and James is wrong. But I'm pretty confident, okay? We will all find out the answers together at the end. Question number 2. Is Jessica playing? And if Jessica's playing, then where's Nikki? I want everybody playing. Get the kids on their tablets. I want a whole bunch of wrong answers. On November 25th, 1783. What event marked the final withdrawal of British troops from the United States after the Revolutionary War? It's November 25th, 1783. What event marked the final withdrawal of British troops from the United States after the Revolutionary War? Was it the Treaty of Paris signing, the surrender at Yorktown, Evacuation Day, or the Boston Tea Party anniversary? November 25th, 1783, what event marked the final withdrawal of British troops from the United States after the Revolutionary War? What event marked the final withdrawal of British troops? I feel like, even though I've never heard it, Evacuation Day makes the most sense. But what are your guesses? Again, was it the Treaty of Paris signing? Was it the surrender at Yorktown? Was it Evacuation Day? or was it the Boston Tea Party anniversary? I do not know the answer. Apparently, none of you do either. But James is going to go with Evac Day. Damien, you can get your answer in whenever you're ready. And we don't take off for spelling, so don't worry about that. But he's going to go with the surrender at Yorktown, which I think is a good choice. If I had a backup, I would have chosen that. So we'll find out soon. And just a few more questions. On November 26, 1922, archaeologists first entered the tomb of which ancient pharaoh? Jessica! Hey, girl, good to see you. Now we need Nikki and the kids. We need all the kids playing. On November 26, 1922, archaeologists first entered the tomb of which ancient pharaoh? James is changing his answer to the Treaty of Paris. You know how I feel about changing your answers, man. The pharaoh whose tomb was raided on November 26, 1922, was it Ramses II? Was it Tutankhamun? Was it Tutmos III? Or was it Akhenaten? Oof. Damien's going to go with King Tut. James is going to go with Tutankhamun. This is 1922. I think we all want to say King Tut. I think we want to say that. But I feel like Akhenaten. I feel like that's more correct. I am not going to go with the crowd on this one. Wait, let's find out what Jessica says. I'll probably agree with Jessica. I am, and I feel like, no. I also have skin in the game. I also want to go 7 for 7. Jessica's going to go with Tut. I'm going to go with Tut. We're all going with Tutankhamun. On November 27th, 1895, Alfred Nobel signed his famous will. What did it establish? November 27th, 1895, Alfred Nobel signed his will. What did it establish? I don't think any of us need to look at the answer. I think we've all got this one. If we get this one wrong, then you can't play next week. If you get this one wrong, you will be exiled, banned, punished 1 week. Was it the Red Cross, the League of Nations, the Nobel Prizes, or the International Court of Justice? When Alfred Nobel signed his will, he created a thing. What do you think that thing was? Those are your options. The Red Cross, the League of Nations, the Nobel Prizes, the International Court of Justice. Alfred Nobel. You could pronounce it Noble. If you didn't know, he pronounced it Nobel because it's spelled the same. Did I lose everybody? What happened? I'm going to hit the recycle over here. I feel like I should have had a comment by now. I got one. He's going with the prize, the Nobel Prize. I'll give you time to get them in. And again, we do the show for people live right now and in the future. Jessica's going with Nobel. Yeah, crazy that the guy would put in his will something with his name on it to be remembered forever. And Damien is on board with us. Here's an interesting piece of information. I believe, if I remember correctly, that the first Nobel Prize was given to the man who invented dynamite. Ha ha! Ha ha ha! You say a worthless prize. Global warming is a sham. Yes, we agree. No politics, because there's other things you could say about the Nobel Prize. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. On November 29th, we've got 2 questions to go. Hang in there, folks. On November 29th, 1947, the United Nations voted for what major action? November 29th, 1947, the United Nations voted for which major action? Was it the creation of NATO, the partition of Palestine, the founding of the World Bank, or the formation of the European Union? Ooh-wee. That's a tough one, son. November 29th, 1947. The United Nations voted for what major action? The creation of NATO, the partition of Palestine, the founding of the World Bank, or the formation of the European Union? James is going to go with the partition of Palestine. In other words, but he called it the creation of Israel. And that was not in 1947. Nice try. Yes. I know what you meant. But that didn't happen in 1947. Did it? Maybe it did. Damien is going to go with the European Union, which he could be onto something. Because the European Union started a lot earlier than any of us would think. Sorry, TikTok makes me move a puzzle piece into position to confirm that I'm still around. The creation of NATO, it doesn't make sense that the United Nations would create NATO, because the United Nations is a different thing than NATO. The partition of Palestine, this is Truman. This is post-World War II. That's a possibility. That is also a possibility. The founding of the World Bank, who freaking knows? And the formation of the European Union, which goes a lot farther back. I got James's answer. I got Damien's answer. Do not have an answer from Jessica. I am going to go with Damien on this one. I think it is the founding of the European Union. Wait. No. Because it's the United Nations. And just for the same, she's going to go with the European Union also. For the same reason that I don't think it's NATO, it wouldn't be the European Union. It's not the bank, the partition of Palestine. And I can't tell you that I'm not happy with that. I don't like the way that's worded because, anyway, not going to do it. Finally, here we go. The last question on our Sunday morning together. And once again, as always, I love you guys. Thanks for playing along. It's a good time. I look forward to my Sundays and sharing them with you. Here we go. Final question. On November 30th, 1872, the first official international soccer match was played between what 2 nations? Man, if you know soccer history, this is right up your alley. But for the rest of us, I think it's going to be a shot in the dark. Was it England and France? This is 1872. First official international soccer match was played between what 2 nations? Was it Brazil and Argentina, Scotland and England, or Germany and the Netherlands? You would think it's 1872. You know, you got some guys kicking a ball over there. You got some guys kicking a ball over there. They're neighbors, for Christ's sakes. You take a wagon. It's not that far. Scotland and England makes the most sense to me because they're so easy to do. International soccer match played on November 30th, 1872 between what 2 countries? Again, here are your options. England and France. They would have had to cross the water, but it's not that far. Brazil and Argentina, literally connected to one another. Scotland and England also connected? No. No, there's water there also. But in 1872, we knew how to cross water. Or was it Germany and the Netherlands? I just think because they're soccer people, I feel like Scotland and England would be the easiest. Jessica's going to go with Scotland. Damien is going to go with Brazil and Argentina. Again, not a bad guess. That is not a bad guess. I almost want to lean your way. And James is going to go with England and France. Again, we find out the answers together when I type in the phrase that pays, answers, please. And here they come. Again, you're in charge of keeping your own score. But I can tell you, if you go 7 for 7, you're going to feel good. You're going to feel good it's going to carry you through the rest of the day. It's going to make you feel good. Germany never played well with others. That's funny. Question number 1. Charles Darwin wrote the book on the origin of species. So if you answered that, you're correct. Question 2 was evacuation day. Question 3, what was it? Even with his donkey, he's my favorite hunky. King Tut. Tutankhamun was the ancient pharaoh's tomb that was raided. Question number 4 was the Nobel Prize. Everyone got it right. No one's getting banned. Question number 5. We skipped. We skipped question number 5. Question number 5 we skipped. On November 28th, 1520, Ferdinand Magellan's expedition accomplished what major navigational feat? I'm sorry you keep losing me. The first circumnavigation, the discovery of Cape Horn, the first crossing of the equator, or the passage through the Strait of South America's tip, also known as the Magellan Pass. So everyone's going to get credit for question number 5 because I skipped. I was so excited to see Damien here, I skipped question number 5. Everyone gets credit for it. Know that Ferdinand Magellan circumnavigated South America through the Magellan Pass. It's named for him. Now you know. Question number 6 was the partition of Palestine. No, not sailed around the world. I just told you what the answer was. And question number 7, Scotland and England. Woo! I'm telling you, if you go 7 for 7, it just makes you feel good. I'm going to go right now and get in the hot tub. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to heal my aching bones and get in the hot tub and prepare for a new taping of the Lunds B Show with T-Bone and Chick Brew, found wherever fine podcasts are sold. Thanks for playing along. I remind you today, as I remind you every day, just be the best person that you can be. And if you were a great person today, be an even better person tomorrow. Chick Brew sends her love.